Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael.
This is Cleve.
And that's Stephanie, and welcome back to another exciting episode of
Friendship Supreme,
where the podcast that dares to ask, is there really friends out there that are better than the three of us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because there's some people out there that have powers in their friends. We don't have any
Our
powers.
power is the supremeness of our friendship.
My power is I can slow down time. So have you ever been at work and been like, man, today is dragging?
It's you?
That's me.
Is it because you want to spend more time
But
with me?
I use it for evil.
Ah, son of a bitch. Dang it. I don't have a superpower.
Sure you do, man. Look at you chug. You telling me that's not a superpower? That drink's half gone.
It is. I do
Impressive.
consume a lot of liquid. Is that a power?
Yeah. You're a
that's
sponge
the
man.
one. So far, I've been in the Incredible Guard and Sponge Man.
Yeah.
This is
Squishy.
could be for both. Squishies. Damn it, Paul Blart. Son of a bitch.
You can't blame him. You gave it to yourself. I made you like an ex-football player, and you were like, nah, I'm a mall cop.
The way it was described, it felt like mall cop.
I mean, I don't remember.
I felt like
But
it would have
yeah.
been a lie to call him something cripple. That's an ex-football player.
Lights up.
It does.
My thing. My spiral lights up. And then I have to write in little graphs and squares. So I wrote down a bunch of best friends.
Oh, yeah. Cleve brought us here to talk about best friends that are better than us.
So we don't have to talk about all of them, obviously. We don't have to go into detail about all of them. But,
Real quick for the listeners at home, the pops we have in front of us are three great friend pairs. We have Han Solo and Chewbacca, Rocket the Raccoon, and Groot. Little baby Groot, by the way. And Tom Haverford and John Ralphio from Parks and Rec.
yep. Pills, baby! That's one of my favorite ones. Jennifer goes, why do you do that? Every time I go, pills, baby! She's not a fan.
I often say that I'm an answer on the bar exam. Your boy's an answer on the bar exam.
double ankle bracelet. It's the first time we ever had to do that. It's so stupid.
I love John Ralphio.
So, two of these three pairs are actually on my list. What are your thoughts about the Parks and Rec team? Entertainment 720.
I think that John Ralphio easily is the reason that Parks and Rec is better than any other show ever to exist.
Him and Andy.
Yeah. No, I love... I imagine in real life I'd hate them, but I love them on TV.
I like to watch them annoy other people, for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think and the fact that Tom is the responsible one of the group
Oh, yeah.
makes you understand how bad John Ralphio is.
He does develop throughout the show and becomes more of a responsible person, but yeah, absolutely. From the beginning, it's sad that Tom's the responsible one.
Stephanie has no input. I don't think she's spoken yet.
I've never seen Parks and Rec.
Well,
Moving on.
do you have Netflix?
Now you
It's
know.
there.
Now you know why these friends are better than ours, because they've both seen Parks and Rec. Han and Chew have seen Parks and Rec.
That feels fair.
I don't think they have.
Han and Chewie, iconic. Well,
They're-
one's dead now.
In
One's
what
dead in real
sense?
life, and one's dead in the movies. Oh, this is so sad.
But in the movies, they make you trick that one's dead and then they're not.
Did anybody actually fall for that and feel like they were dead, though? Did anybody think Chewbacca really died?
I thought they could have killed Chewie off.
I think they should have, but I don't think he did.
Hold on. Yeah, to me that was like the character. If I was gonna kill one off, it was gonna be Chewbacca, and then they didn't.
It's fair.
Spoilers for a movie that is it a spoiler if it doesn't happen?
Nah, it's not spoiling, man. It's been out too long.
That's fair.
Everybody's in quarantine now.
I think that they are a set of iconic ones, by far. I think everybody sees the whole pilot co-pilot pairing of them. I think it's a really solid group. Mm-hmm. They seem to really have an understanding for one another, which I think is what makes good friends. Because people I wrote in here to make sure that you understood were not best friends, in my opinion, were Ash and Pikachu. Because
the owner and Pokemon.
If Ash had showed up on time, he would have just been friends with another Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't count.
That's fair.
Or Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't know that if they weren't both mutated, they would be friends. You know what I mean? Like, would you still hang out together?
They feel very like different personalities, though.
Steven Universe and Connie. I don't know because there's a romantic side of it. I have... Do you consider Buzz and Woody?
I was thinking about that earlier.
Toy Story 1, no.
I think that...
Toy Story 2, yes.
Well,
But
it
to
had
be
not been enough
best
time to be best
friends,
friends.
yeah.
Okay, fair.
I thought the end of one, they kind
Well,
of
hold
learn
on.
to tolerate each other.
Hold on, because by the end of one, it had fast forward till next Christmas. So enough time could have passed
So then,
for you to say yeah.
in fairness, in 1, though, Woody tried to murder
There was a lot of
Buzz.
attempted death or murder, yeah.
So question, going back to the favorite Disney queens now of Disney, the queens of Disney, Elsa and Anna. Does Olaf count as a best friend of either of theirs? Or do you talk about Kristoff and Sven being best friends? Can you be best friends cross species, even though Sven's not necessarily talking? That's the reindeer. He's not talking, but Kristoff seems to have some kind of connection to just understand.
So,
Well, that's like Han Solo and Chewbacca.
that's what I was going to say, because it's real close to Ash and Pikachu's relationship.
More like that, because and
okay.
even less of that though, because Sven is just an animal. Like
Right.
Pikachu obviously has some kind of like.
But so does Sven. But here's where I think the difference is. I think that Kristoff treats Sven as an equal, and I mean I don't know, because I guess Ash treats Pikachu like an equal, even though he makes him go beat up people.
It's kind of like a bodyguard. Hey, go kick his ass.
Olaf, I think no. I think Olaf is more of like a child of theirs.
Suck it, Josh Gad.
You think it's more of like taking care of a infant child?
Yeah.
I don't know. He
I'm
had a
not
song
calling
of
it Olaf.
he had a song of transformation when he grew in that forest.
He did.
So you've had to watch Frozen 2, and it's the best.
There's like 8 million songs in it.
I haven't seen it at all.
5
It's on
minutes
Disney
in-
Plus.
5 minutes in, you have 3 songs. Just rapid.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's like Cats.
It's like, yeah, that's kind of what, not as bad, obviously, I'm not as bad, but that's what it felt like. Take a deep breath, there's another song playing. Like, immediately.
That's too much. There needs to be some storyline between songs.
And it also, not to super sidetrack about Frozen 2, it really felt like they were really leaning on Frozen, the first one. like they reference it 4 or 5 times.
I enjoyed it.
I know you did.
I thought 2 was better than 1. And more story to it, in my opinion. Or more substance. More growth. Anyway, back to best friends.
More growth than learning to let it go and be your own person.
That's kind of what this next one had too, but yeah.
So it'll be known again.
There's more to it. I liked Kristoff's arc, okay? That was great that he was like, I'm an emotional guy and that's okay.
Okay, so let me tell you Kristoff's
I love that song. Don't you talk about it.
Kristoff's point of the movie. He's like, I love Anna. I'm gonna ask her to marry me. Great, right? They go to this dark woods where there's magic and spirit people stuff. And then not seen for more than half the movie. And then proposes to her at the end.
I mean, they've been together for a while though.
But what I'm saying is it an amazing arc. How much screen time does he get?
That song is wicked though.
How much screen time does he get?
Not much. But yeah, that good song.
I mean, yeah, okay. So yes, I agree with you. Now, how much screen time did he get?
It's not much. Anyway,
I like the fire spirit though.
the little gecko.
Yeah.
I liked that. I saw somebody say something. Oh, maybe it was Screen Rant that was like, "Yep, this is a marketing opportunity." Yeah, no, absolutely. They're selling little plushy dolls of that crap.
Oliver Queen and John Diggle.
I don't know his story in the comic books, but
Just go on the show.
Yeah, then yeah, I would consider them best friends now. And again, it goes back to he started out as an obligation being around, but then became an acquaintance and then a friend, and then now at last season, yes, they're best friends.
He cried over him.
He did. They had some real bro moments.
Poe and Finn.
I'm pretty sure there's romantic interest there, so
That's why I asked. But never dives into it.
never dove into it. You don't know what they did behind scenes.
I know what happened to that Millennium Falcon. It went rocking.
Yep, yep, yep.
I would have really been interested to see them explore that.
I would have been okay with it.
I was gonna say something, but it would have been spoilers for if somebody's watching other stuff, so I won't say anything. Daredevil Matt Murdock and
Foggy?
yes,
Best friends from young age, but then he becomes such a dick.
young age or college.
Oh, college, huh? But then he becomes...
I feel like you're young
Foggy
in
becomes-
college at this point. We're all so old now.
I get it. I get why Foggy becomes a dick, and I understand that Matt Murdock's kind of a jerk.
I think that Foggy was kind of pushed into being a dick.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. But, like
I don't
Foggy
think
just
he
becomes
wanted
a
to
real
be.
whiny little dick. I just hated that relationship. Mainly because I wanted one of the Basham brothers to just go away. Maybe bring the other one.
Okay, that makes sense.
Are they best friends though? Probably. Yeah.
I would say
in the show, yeah.
Especially even at the end, like they came back around. I think that's a big thing too. Can there be something catastrophic that happens and still get pulled back in together? I think that has a big heavy.
We moved away from each other half the country.
Did
we're
we?
all still friends, guys.
Did we move?
Yeah. I moved halfway
I know
across the
we
country.
had to bury a
We
whole
were
podcast
abandoned.
because of it.
You know what?
I said we had to bury a whole podcast because of it. There was a logo.
But you know what?
created and everything.
Rise from the Ashes is a phoenix because now it's a podcast and YouTube channel.
And now I'm not across the street going, I see.
Stephanie did used to sit in the apartment across, the townhome across from where we were, and would often text us and stuff saying she could see us recording. But previously, she'd asked us to come hang out, and we said we were busy. So
We were
it was
busy.
awkward.
Ken and Ryu.
No, just no. I feel like in the anime, they don't have any relation at all.
But they're trained by the same master. And it,
Yeah, but are we best friends with anyone in our training class?
Fair.
I mean,
Besides
yeah.
each other?
Like, the answer to that is yes.
But not like anyone else.
It doesn't, you don't have to be friends with the whole class.
No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, no, her point doesn't stand. My point is, again, I think in the anime, I don't remember any relation between them at all. And I feel like
I know
I
they
somehow
trained
developed
together.
Yeah, they had. You're right. They had the same master, but so did Akuma, and Akuma's not their
But
friend.
I also don't feel like they were right. But they trained like together. Akuma was like a previous student, but I also feel like they trained like they would spar together, like they had their relationship or whatever.
One's
but-
from the U.S., one's from Japan. It just doesn't work out.
Oh, okay. It feels on that because if I were to say, I don't know, Ghost Dog and the Ice Cream Man,
Best friend.
exactly, but they're from different places. It just doesn't work
But
out.
right, one speaks another language that the other doesn't understand.
So they're not best.
In Street Fighter lore, the only reason that they're best friends is because we forced them together. I don't feel like the lore is there for it, but maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't deep.
I don't. Let's be real. It's not like the video games had super story behind it when
Right.
I used to play it, at least. Okay, well then, the same example, slightly different. Goku and Krillin.
I don't think Goku has a best friend.
Goku turned Super Saiyan for that boy when he died.
Friend, yes. Best friend. I think
because
this is one
Frieza also
instance-
killed Piccolo, and he was like, "That's cool."
This is one instance where I disagree with your romance rule. I think Goku's only best friend would be Chi-Chi.
I don't even think they really like each other. If I'm being honest, I don't know. I don't know which one of you two is really watching Dragon Ball Z.
That's that we've
I'm
been
not
along
even sure
so
they get
long.
along with one
No,
another.
that's that we've been together so long that this is just how it works.
I imagine Chi-Chi's like, oh my god, but he
Again.
brings home food and stuff, and I guess I have to deal with him.
Oh, I have one. Nick from New Girl and the guy that doesn't ever talk. He goes and
Trans?
Yeah.
Trans the best.
Yeah, I do like their relationship.
Damn it. When he's dating his daughter?
I like when he's carrying him in the pool. Yeah, I think it was his maybe just his daughter.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, daughter.
That's the best relationship out of that whole show.
Yeah, good, solid one. Cyborg and Beast Boy.
I only know their relationship in Teen Titans. Otherwise, I've never seen
That's
them.
about how it is everywhere else.
Yeah, they'd be best friends then.
What about Miles and Gank?
Gank.
His Asian heavy best friend,
Ah.
the one that Ned's basically based off of, that they stole because they know how well it works.
Based on that relationship, because I've never actually read any of the Miles Morales comic books.
It's basically like their MCU.
Yeah, I would say they're best friends. That's the equivalent of best friends in high school. Yeah, I mean, friendships definitely change when you go from high school to college to now, parenthood and all that.
You'll have to help me with this one. Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
So, only based off of the little understanding I have, and I'm sure I'll hear about how I completely butchered it. I actually think that Blue Beetle is like... Or that Booster Gold becomes like a mentor for Blue Beetle rather than...
So then no.
Right. But for whatever reason, I always see them paired together. And I made a comment about that at work, and that was... I wasn't listening real well, so like I said, Troy's definitely going to say something.
Send us an email at friendship.supreme@gmail.com.
You know how to contact me.
No, send an email. We need the traction. Roadhog and Junkrat?
Best friends for life. They commit crimes together.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure. I know they're from the same place, but I didn't know necessarily they were...
They survived together. Well, I mean, it is weird because it's more of like a... which one is it? Batman Forever? When Bane's in? Bane and Poison Ivy and Uma Thurman?
Yes.
So that relationship, I feel like, is more of their relationship. Like the Uma Thurman, Poison Ivy, and Bane, where it's like, I needed muscle to take care of my big mouth kind of situation. That's what that is.
Cool. Obi-Wan and Anakin, before, the downfall. I would say...
Teacher, master,
right.
Or master.
I was going to say, I think we already addressed. And also, I feel like had they actually been friends, it would have came back around for them at the end. Maybe as Force Ghosts? I don't know. Steve Universe and Connie, we've already kind of mentioned. You'll love this one. I wrote it just for you. Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Are they friends in the comic books? Because I feel like that we've given...
In the comics, I'm not 100% that they never had a romantic thing between them.
If I'm just being honest, I feel like we've given Natalia insanely too much character development in
She's
the
an
MCU.
interesting character.
I just feel like we've given her a lot more important roles in the MCU than she has in the comic books.
A Russian trained spy who
That's
came
fine,
over.
and that's very interesting. Keep it at that, though. It doesn't need to be that she's somehow the fucking Hulk tamer. That doesn't make sense.
Because they were trying to do it.
Right, she's trying to do it with everybody.
So you've never calmed down or acted a different kind of way for some Strange, is what you're saying. They used the weapon they had.
I've done a lot of things in life. But I'm just saying.
They used the weapons they had. What else do you use to calm down the Hulk? Kittens? You throw kittens at them?
That's true. The only image I ever have of the Hulk at peace is that one where they find him in the Himalayan mountains and he's just surrounded by naked women.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's even still the Hulk.
Yeah.
He's just like, all right, everything's fine now.
He is. He's the Hulk, and it's just good. It's
I'll
fine,
send you a
don't
picture of
we?
that. We can put that up there.
Stephanie,
So
you
best
start
friends?
reading comic books so you understand references that we make.
I mean, I've briefly started looking through some of them, but I
Okay.
don't reading them.
MCU wise, then, would you say yes?
What?
Between Hawkeye and Black Widow, since you have no other reference besides that, which is fine. Because I think just on MCU, because I'm not sure in the comics if they've done anything. I mean, he
Just in MCU, are they considered friends just because they know each other's dirty laundry?
I mean, he named his kid after her.
Well,
Yeah.
after she died. No, it was before she died.
Yeah. It would. I mean, it would have
Before or
still been a
after?
nice. It would have still been a nice gesture.
I don't think I'm gonna name my kid Michael.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, I had an acquaintance that passed away. I want to remember that forever. I'm gonna name that child after them.
Well, in fairness, if she had died, it was because she saved the world doing it, so I wouldn't,
And then you name him Tony,
Oh, fair.
right? Or
Tony Romanoff, Hawkeye?
yeah,
I don't
The
remember his
third.
last name. Clint Barton.
I was like, what? I mean, it was very clear what the name was. Finn and Jake. Stephanie, you can comment,
Obviously they're best friends.
which is interesting because it's a boy and a dog, but.
Because the dog is sentient and sentient?
Well, not only that, but like, hold on a second, because
Uh-oh. Do they have romance?
Jake's parents brought Finn in, making them brothers.
Yeah, they're brother. Oh,
So we say no now. Well, I don't know. Well,
No brothers.
yeah, because Jake has a brother who he's like with,
yeah.
but I think that it's still because he's his adopted brother. I still might say doesn't fall under the definition of best friend that we're going with for this.
Fine.
I know that upsets you, but that's all we got going on. Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
MCU, no. Comic books,
MCU?
perhaps.
What do you mean?
Hmm.
Luke Cage and Iron Fist aren't in the MCU?
Well, Netflix counts.
That's not MCU, sir.
It is. It will be in
Kevin Feige will
It'll
punch you.
be in it. It'll be in a year. Don't you worry.
Kevin Feige will punch you in the strawberry basket.
You worry. Don't you worry your sweet face.
I just watched an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and they called it Strawberry Basket.
That's right.
Is that where you got it from?
Yeah, Charles and Jake.
Best friends? Charles and Jake. Absolutely.
Slightly romantic.
But it's super weird.
Or
Charles
is
Charles is a little creepy.
But Jake accepts it.
is it?
If it was unwanted from Jake, I would say no.
God, what is his name? Judy.
Doug Judy.
Doug Judy. Is it Doug Judy?
I don't know. They are really good friends.
Weirdly.
Yeah. Let's sit on that one for a second. Because they get along when they're together. But Doug Judy constantly screws them over.
Constantly.
But he keeps coming back.
Right. Just to screw him over. And then he goes again.
I think Jake wants to be Doug Judy's best friend as much as Charles wants to be Jake's best friend.
But Jake doesn't turn away Charles's friendship from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know if we mentioned what we're referring to.
Only sometimes though. Only when Amy gets in the way.
That's true.
Stupid Amy.
That's how these broads are
Women
doing.
be.
Finish it.
People always be trying to come between us.
What about Cheddar and Captain Holt?
Who?
Cheddar and Captain Holt?
Oh, I thought you said Cheddar and the Hulk, and I'm like, don't know who
Well,
those
that's what I
characters
also
are,
heard.
but yes, I am in.
Pet. So no.
No.
Spider-Man and Human Torch. In the comics, I'm sure neither of you know, so yes. That'll be more of like a did you know? They apparently are like really cool and close. In fact, they had a cartoon where they were together with one other character in the 60s.
I feel like that relationship makes sense, though.
Yeah. Both kind of the same attitude. Professor X and Magneto.
Too much of a rivalry. More of that
Mutual respect.
Yeah. Like, I think that they know each other and respect each other, not to just do each other dirty, but yeah, I don't think that they... Stephanie is just straight hand locked with her foot right now, and I don't know why it weirded me out for a second. I saw it and I'm like, is she... Yeah, no, that's impressive. I don't think I could do that.
It's not impressive. It's good.
I think my fingers are too fat for that.
Skinny fingers.
I need you to just make sure you wash your hands, okay?
Can you finish?
Obviously.
Can you finish this? Wolverine and big in the comics. If that helps you, don't think about the movies because that's not going to help.
Well, I'm
Out. That's up. It's another X-Men. If that helps you, that knocks down 80% of the Marvel lore.
I mean, he really loved Morph in the cartoons.
He did.
God, he loved the shit out of Morph.
I don't know why he took him so hard.
It really did. Like, it really affected him.
Yeah, it did. No, I'm thinking back
a
at that.
weird level of, like...
It really bothered him.
Anyway, in the comic books,
I just want to see if you know. Because I knew about it. Obviously, I went to the internet just to get a bunch of examples. And
I feel like
I knew
Beast
this
and
one,
him
but
would
you
be-
also don't ever really think about it.
I feel like him and Beast would be really close.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Him and Nightcrawler are like apparently super good friends. And I think it's because of the whole... It's almost like the whole loner thing and finding, like, not compassion, but an understanding in one another.
that makes sense.
So because you mentioned Beast, Beast has two. Let's see if you can guess those.
God.
One of them is an Avenger. One of them is an X-Men.
Storm and Black Panther.
No.
Damn.
I don't know what
Who's Fraser friends with?
Iceman. When in the first X-Men comics, they were like the best of friends. And in the comics they would go on like double dates together and hang out and, you know, really confided almost on a brother level. But it counts because it never was an actual brother situation. The other one is Wonder Man. For whatever reason, Wonder Man, when he joined the Avengers, him and Beast clicked. And if you Google Beast and Wonder Man, you'll find maybe 3 pictures in the first 10 where Wonder Man's giving Beast a piggyback ride. For whatever reason. They apparently were super close. Misty Knight and Colleen Wing. You can use the show as a reference, but I will tell you,
Comics,
in the
I believe
comics,
they are.
yes.
Yeah, I was just saying, the comics, I believe they are. I was just perusing through, something. And Misty Knight showed up. I like that character.
Was it Misty Knight or was it just that actress? And
No, it was
something
Misty
else?
Knight. No, it was something I was
I didn't know what
reading.
you were watching.
No, I was reading,
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were, when you said perusing, I thought you meant like shows or something.
even in the show, I would say that there's potential to become best friends.
Yeah.
Like, they've
It
established
definitely
that
grows
relationship.
into that.
Not stupid night nurse.
Green Lantern and Green Arrow.
No. Based on principle. Okay. There should never be two green people.
Well, I think that's what helps them get along. But
The power of green! That feels like a 1970s friendship that was made. Like, if they were friends, it was like in the 70s era.
I think it started off as like, oh, look, we're going to put the two people with the green in their name against each other, and then, like, the natural bond built. Is there any you could think of?
Do we really consider the Mario Brothers to be brothers? Because if not, I feel like that's a relationship, possibly.
I mean...
Are they brothers, though? Mario and Luigi Mario?
I mean, well, we don't accept that answer. But I think that they're still
Why don't
brothers,
you accept
yes.
that? I don't understand.
You mean the movie that two actors were drunk out of their minds to perform?
So drunk they got hurt? Yeah.
Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, that's cool.
Have you ever heard... Oh, what's his name? He passed away. Mario. What was Mario's name? You ever heard him speak of this movie?
Yeah. He's not pleased.
Aggression.
He was not happy with it.
It is aggression when that man talks about the movie he made. He hates it.
I can't say the other person's name because I always get made fun of for how I say it, so...
John Leguizamo.
Yeah. He's in...
You can just say John.
He's in a lot of interesting roles.
Man.
I enjoyed him in Spawn.
I thought you were going to say The Pest. I just knew that was right up your alley.
No, the Spawn and
He did really well
are the
in
two
Spawn.
that I think of him from.
Yeah, he did really well on that one too, I thought.
And then Tu Wong Fu.
He was also in The Happening. I don't know if he's proud of that or not.
Oh man, The Happening. What a gem that is.
You know it's bad when like Mark Wahlberg's like, I'm not really sure what this movie's about.
Here's the thing. So, like, I watched randomly, not to go on a tangent about The Happening.
No,
but
go on the tangent about The
I've
Happening.
watched The Happening a couple of times.
Why?
I enjoy watching it up until a certain point. And I'm like, okay, like I'll watch it,
Do you make up your
and
own
then I
ending?
stop.
I'd love to hear what that is. Go ahead and continue.
Once people start killing themselves, that's when I'm like, oh, like there's an actual scene where he gets the lawnmower started, gets off, lays in front of it, and it runs over him. After that's happened, I stop. Okay. It stops being interesting to me. Okay. That is the end. But because I think that's fascinating.
Have you
like,
seen it actually all the way?
Yeah, multiple times. I've also watched all the way through. But for a while, I had this big kick about watching Shyamalan movies because I thought they were interesting. He tricked me. I know, this stupid bastard tricked me.
The greatest twist of all! Movies are good.
Lady in the Water is the one I think that got me. Lady in the Water is what convinced me that, like, hey, this guy has something going for him.
I've never seen
I didn't
that.
mind Village. I know a lot of people hated The Village.
I didn't mind it.
I didn't mind it. I liked it a little bit.
I think if he wasn't known for twists, that would have been a good movie.
Probably.
But, like, it's like, oh my god, yes, we got it. The person's been dead for 10 years.
Society. No, The Happening. So, interestingly, I randomly stumbled upon one of those dark rabbit holes where I was watching theories about different movies. Mm-hmm. And one that I didn't know was a theory was that The Happening was actually a movie about how quickly hysteria takes place. And considering recent events, it's kind of interesting to think about that that it was supposed to be that something like an event happened and these people just started getting kind of weird and killed themselves, and then for whatever reason the media blew it out of proportion and people thought things were controlling them, and then because they just assumed that this was what was taking place, participated in it.
Right.
And that blew my mind and made me look at that movie like, maybe this movie's not so bad if that's really the case, but it's not. Don't worry. You watch the film again, it's still crap.
Well, so here's the thing. I think that, if that was his goal, was to show this is the point I'm trying to make, it would have been a good movie. Mm-hmm. Where I think you would have failed, again, this is sub of part A, is if I can't get that message out of it, then you didn't do a good job.
Yeah, if I have to be told that's what I should be seeing.
We blamed it on plants.
Man.
Right?
Remember when that one kid looks at
the
keyhole and then gets his face blasted?
No. I didn't see it that many times.
They get to a house. They get to a house and they're like, "Hey, let us in. We need to get in." And the little kid looks through and all of a sudden he puts the shotgun to it. He didn't actually shoot him. I don't think. Actually, now that I remember, but it would have been funnier.
I watched The Green Room where some guy was like, "Yeah, let's go," and he got a shotgun to the face and it showed it. I don't know if that's what it would actually look like, but it basically was like there was a little tiny bomb here and it went poof. I was like, "Good God!" But speaking of shotguns to the face, but yeah, okay. Let's have a whole side. You can put it on Patreon or whatever. Let's have a whole side of good M. Night Shyamalan movies. Last two examples that I have, unless you have any other ones to mention. Are there any friends that you're like, that's a good friendship?
Can somebody be best friends with an inanimate object?
Like Steve Carell from Anchorman and the Lamp?
No.
Okay. I need to know what your example is now.
Like the guy from The Office, not The Office. The guy in his stapler.
Office Space in the
Yeah,
stable?
Office Space.
Like Knight Rider. So like Kit and Knight Rider.
I would say yes, because of the communication of the car.
What about...
And can't the car kick people out?
Yeah, I don't
So if you didn't want Kit inside him.
Kit is the car. Knight Rider is David Hasselhoff. But I don't know. I can't remember his actual name.
Are we sure?
Yeah, Kit's the car.
I thought Knight Rider was the name of the car.
Mm-mm.
That makes sense.
Feel like it makes sense. Or that the car would be Knight, and that's why it's called Knight Rider, because he's riding inside Knight. Anyway. Nope. What are your last two? Go.
Anyway, yeah, I think that I could count that one. Just because the car could remove people if it chose to. One of the older friendships in comics that I think I can think of would be Mr. Fantastic and the Thing.
Definitely.
Solid friendship to the end. Reed Richards even mutilated his friend, and they're still friends.
Do you consider Alfred and Bruce Wayne to be best friends?
No.
Servant?
Guardian, but yeah. I would think more Guardian over Servant.
Yeah, sure.
But no, father figure, I think you really have to be on a mutual playing ground for it to be anything other. Like the student-teacher thing.
Troy and Abed?
Yes.
Troy and Abed in the morning.
And the last one. You ready? You ready? Mm-hmm. You ready? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Friendship Supreme.
Do me a favor though, real quick. Go ahead and look there and say, and tell them how you can reach us.
You can reach out to Friendship Supreme on our email. It is friendship.supreme@gmail.com. We have social media. It is Facebook, it is Instagram, it is Twitter. It is all Friendship Supreme. Twitter has no I's in the word friendship because all eyes are on our YouTube channel. You go to youtube.com and search Friendship Supreme. We'll be there. Check out our Patreon. Throw in $1. Patreon.com/Friendship Supreme. Just keep it going. We appreciate every dollar that we get. Anybody that signs up.